live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live at 5. It is Tuesday, May the 17th. We have a very special guest today from Chicago.
Chrissy Whitehead. Chrissy Whitehead's here. I loved her in Chorus Line. We're going to talk about that. And now she's back on Broadway. She's Go to Hell, Kitty. I love that character.
Love that.
Best character name on Broadway, I think.
Right.
In my opinion. IMHO.
We had some big news this afternoon.
Yeah.
David Hyde Pierce is going to join Bette Midler
Yes.
in Hello, Dolly. Now, as expected...
He's Horace, correct? Isn't that Horace?
I guess so. As expected, it's going to go into the Schubert Theatre, which is where Matilda is playing, which is why Matilda announced that it was closing in January. Hello, Dolly begins previews on March the 13th next year.
Can we give a shout out to how clever they announced it, though?
Yes.
What they did was they just sent us an old-timey theater image of the Schubert Theatre.
Yeah.
With the Hello Dolly marquee on it, and with Bette Midler and David Hyde Pierce's names on it. It was very clever.
It was very
I
clever.
appreciate when people do something different in this world because it gets boring.
Well, it woke us up a bit.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite what I was expecting. Might have prepped that story though. Okay, so Star Awards were last night. This was interesting. Hamilton, Shuffle Along, and On Your Feet shared the award for Best Choreographer.
Three-way tie?
I know. I think this is interesting also for the Tony Awards itself because it implies that category could be competitive.
Yes, it is definitely a competitive category.
I mean, Shuffle Along, it's great performances there. Now, Best Male Dancer went to Shuffle's Philip Atmore, and the ensemble of Shuffle won the Best Ensemble Award. But I love this. Jane Drakowski in her leg, she got Best Female Dancer. Good for her.
Look at that. One of the best dancers.
Absolutely.
And wait, Philip Atmore, he was in, wasn't he one of the guys in On the 20th Century? He was one of the those guys. The train guys? I don't know.
Yes, I think he was actually.
Yeah, but he's amazing in Shuffle Along. And I actually, when I was watching it, I was like, he's amazing. And he won the Star Awards. Maybe I know something about dance.
Yeah, you obviously knew a lot.
Who knew?
A lot. Okay. The 2016 Tony nominees' Secrets video is out. Have a watch. It's amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of it.
We always have fun with them. And I don't know if any of you guys saw this new series we started. What's it called? The Tony Bee.
The Tony Bee.
We're doing a little behind-the-scenes series this year, showing what happens here during. So we've been filming a lot of behind-the-scenes footage, and we have one coming up in the next few days about behind the scenes at that shoot.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. You guys watch that video, and then we'll show you what really happens.
It may all look cool, calm, and collected on the screen.
Not cool,
Not
calm, or
cool,
collected.
calm, and collected.
Yeah.
We were wrangling that day.
Yeah,
my
we're
word.
crazy.
Okay, The Father, Tony-nominated play, has extended on Broadway through June the 19th. This would allow Frank Langella, if he wins the Tony Award, to play a lovely final week after the Tonys. So
cool.
There we go. This was fun. In the Wings, you did Phantom, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, Matthew Murphy did the photos. Matthew Murphy does this series now where he it's like a family portrait studio, maybe. Mm-hmm. You know, Matt Murphy's a great photographer, and he did a really cool series of photos over at Phantom. You know that show, Phantom.
What is it? Is it written by Boomer
that
and
one,
Schoenberg?
the longest running show ever.
Okay, The Looking movie will premiere on July the 23rd. Ryan Gilbert in The Office will be fascinated by that because, of course,
on
Jonathan
HBO.
Groff stars in
It's
it.
HBO, right?
Yeah.
It's not It's not like in movie theater.
Okay, now I always want to say, as a Brit, Shoeless Sisters, but it's the Schuyler Sisters.
Right.
They sang the national anthem at
they did? I
Madison
didn't
Square
know that.
Garden, and that is leading today's odds and ends.
Did they do it with all their attitude? Was there snapping and all that?
Work. And also,
Maybe.
Meryl. This was my spell check. Meryl Streep, not Meryl Streep.
She wrote Meryl Streep.
I wrote Meryl Streep,
She should have
it's
wrote
my
Streep,
Word
though.
document. And more is set for the public's big benefit at the Delacorte Theatre on June the 6th in the park. ABC, this is unsurprising. So, of course, we had The Sound of Music Live, big hit for NBC. Peter Pan, live, big hit for NBC. The Wiz, live, big hit for NBC.
And then Fox Blue, everybody agrees.
Exactly. And now ABC, which of course are owned by Disney, who own the rights to one or two shows that you might have heard of, like The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, Frozen, and all those sorts of things. Now, of course, ABC are looking into doing it.
So you're predicting a live Disney musical, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe, okay.
Yeah, we don't know which one, but anyway, you can have some fun speculating on that. And that's an odds and ends. And finishing up on odds and ends day, there were two Hamilton stories because, hey, it's Hamilton, it's a huge hit. David and Leslie duetted at the ESPN upfronts today, and there's a fun video of that.
Somebody's asking, Imogen, what do you think of the Tuck trading cards? So Tuck Everlasting has these trading cards.
They do, don't they?
What's the family called? The Tucks.
The Tucks.
But what are they? All the guys.
Tucks.
All okay, well, there's trading cards. They're like Twilight. It's like Twilight-ish, right? Yeah, so you can like fangirl. Are you fangirling over the boys of Tuck Everlasting?
Here's my thing about trading cards. I think is a very American thing.
Really? You didn't
No,
grow
we
up with
don't.
trading cards?
No. So I get a bit confused by the whole concept. It's one of those things that make me feel like an alien.
So you don't. What about the
Illegal
squids
alien
card
in
that you're on the?
I know, which is
Broadway.com card?
amazing.
Yeah, you're on a trading card.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
You don't get it.
Not really. Shall I go now?
Yeah.
Bye,
Get
everybody.
outta
See you
here.
tomorrow.
All right, everybody. Chrissy Whitehead's here from Chicago the Musical. Come on in. Come on in.
Yay!
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are
Looking
you?
good.
Thank you.
So good to see you. I love your haircut.
Thank you.
You've been gone.
I have.
Let's talk. Let's talk about your life story. Let's talk about your life story. So let's take everyone back a little bit.
Okay.
You were in that awesome Chorus Line
Yes.
revival. What year was that?
2006, 2007.
It feels like yesterday. And you played the adorable role of
Christine.
who can't sing.
Yes.
She could never really.
Sing.
What she couldn't do is.
Sing.
But you're actually doing Al's role, right?
Yes, and
I'm doing Christy. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway.
you're doing it. That's good.
You guys all know her. And your Al was
Tony Asbeck.
Mr. Tony Osbeck.
He
You all know
was
him.
doing amazing.
He's been here.
I knew he would. It was
Did
just.
you?
Oh yeah. Please, he's beautiful in his voice, and I was like, "You're going places, buddy."
Yeah,
And he
that
has.
whole I love that whole cast. That was a really great revival. It was so exciting.
We had a good time. We still all kind of stay in touch. We have a Facebook group.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We
Oh
stay
yeah.
in
Now you
touch.
have Alison Porter on TV every week
Oh
too.
my god!
Right?
Vote
It's
for
crazy.
Alison Porter.
It's so crazy.
She's insane.
So crazy.
Incredibly talented.
You were wonderful, and I actually got to do back then. I did a little video series with all you guys.
You did.
Like, that was really
oh yeah,
fun.
the Broadway.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
in
made
San
I did
Francisco.
little videos on each of you.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
What I talked about.
We did it in San Francisco.
We did.
That was fun. So you did a course line,
Yes.
and then you've been on the West Coast. I've been following you like on Facebook. You've been
Yeah.
teaching.
I've been teaching a lot.
Right?
Yeah. I'm teaching, and I choreographed. Actually, I lived in Seattle for a little bit, and I wanted a little bit of a break. So I worked at a casting and a chorus line about 2 years ago.
Can I say hi to my Uncle Mark, who apparently just said hi? Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Uncle
All
Mark.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then I choreographed Grease at the Fifth Avenue
Oh,
Theater.
cool.
Yeah, and that was really amazing. And then I've associated in a couple. I just wanted to get more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I needed a break.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of television too,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then took a break from that too. So I'm really happy to be back in New York.
Yeah,
This
so-
was so unexpected.
So what brought you back?
Well, I didn't. Can I take this off? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's a little hot.
it's kind of
Sorry,
hot,
it's getting
yeah.
a little hot in here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna crack up my Diet Coke.
Okay, please. Let's just
Sorry.
make it. Yeah, here we go. I just came back. Honestly, I wanted to go back. I wanted to finish school and just come live in New York and not be in the business. Funnily enough.
Okay.
I also and teach at AMDA. I'm an AMDA alum, and I love my school.
Yeah.
So I go back and teach. I choreographed for them last fall, and I thought I'm going back to New York, but I don't want to be in the grind. I just needed a break.
And you must have a lot of friends that are in the grind.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, and it's been great to come back and see them, but not be like hustling to the next, audition. And I don't know. I'm 36 now. I don't know. Maybe that means something. I don't know what it means, but I just was like, Anyway, and I think the only show I remember, I told my manager actually, we have the same, Charlotte DeWaz and I have the same manager, and I said to her, I was like, I think the only show I'd come back for right now in this moment would be Chicago. And isn't that crazy? I had anyway, history was Chicago for a long, long time. And so basically...
Wait, had you done it before?
No, they just been...
Did you audition for it
I
like
did,
years ago?
and years ago after Chorus Line, it was kind of like, it's not going to work, blah, blah, blah. So then I thought, that's never going to happen. But I said, let them know that I'm actually living here now. Why not? 2 weeks later, I get a call to come in that a girl was leaving the show. And I was like, that never happens. Nobody leaves that show. I might not ever leave the show. I mean, now that I'm in, I totally get it. Now, when you're older and Broadway. But I love the work. Oh my God, doing Fosse is incredible.
So go to hell, Kitty.
Yeah.
What a great. Okay, so there's some pineapple. What's her story? The pineapple
she's
family.
the heiress of the pineapple family in Hawaii. Okay. And then I get
And she kills people.
And I kill people.
And you slide down that. Don't you
it's
slide?
so
You do that
fun.
great,
I
sexy
do.
slide. That whole thing. Yeah, that's a great. That's a great
It's
moment.
good. I didn't even know who Kitty was when I got the job.
They're like, we want you to play Kitty, and you're
I was
like, I don't know who that
does
is.
she do Soul Block Tango? She doesn't. I love that number, but I am understudying Velma, and
Nice.
that's going to be really cool and fun. We haven't started learning that yet because I'm just now in the show for Kitty, but that's cool,
Awesome!
right?
So you're gonna start doing all that jazz and we're learning all that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This thing, that
Whoopee.
that thing, the whoopee, that whole thing. That's iconic.
It is iconic. Doing this show, I mean, it's really cool to be back. And everyone is so nice, and they've been so cool and so welcoming. And I actually knew a few of them. James T. Lane was Richie in A Chorus Line. He's in the show. Nicole Bridgewater and Sharon Moore, we did Fosse together, and it was like my first job. After I was a Rockhead at 18, and then I went to do Fosse.
I forgot you were a Rockhead.
Yeah, Rockhead.
Yes.
98, 99.
Wow.
Yeah. And so and then and so I was like, oh my gosh, and they kind of like they take me in. It's cool. It's nice. It's a family, you know.
Yeah. So what is it like backstage at those long running shows? I mean, it really.
It is.
I've been backstage
show.
in Chicago. It feels very lived in.
It's very lived in, and they but everyone just does their gig and is good, and then goes home. You know, like everyone's really cool with each other. I don't know. I'm actually really loving the chillness of it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not so like, oh my God, you know, it's actually like, yeah, let's go do this work. And I want to keep learning more and more and getting better at Fosse's work, because that's what I started out doing at 19, and I just can't get enough of it.
So is it easy to just go right back into 8 shows a week?
No.
So how's that?
Oh God, massages, acupuncture already.
Okay.
And also I had to deal with a little bit of vocal stuff already from Screaming Go to Hell.
Oh, right, you really have to scream that.
Kind of, yeah.
So you're going to start lip syncing it?
Yeah.
You're just going to start
I have a track.
Yeah,
Totally.
Sorry, that was a laugh. That wasn't. We should have a go to hell button.
We should.
Let's get a whole go to hell button on this thing. Yeah. So you have to figure all that stuff out.
Yeah. It's all good though.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's all actor's life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which Billies? Which Billies have you performed? Well, who's Billy now?
Oh, Ryan Silverman.
Oh, okay.
This is what's interesting about being with this cast, is that I literally am the only one in the cast that has never done the show.
Right.
Everyone, all these people I found out all these beautiful dancers and singers have been in the tour, that came to Broadway.
Right,
I mean, I'm talking 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And so I feel like I have a little bit of catch up to do, but at the end of the day, it's, I love this movement. So it's all good.
How long do you actually have to get ready for the show? Like, so you started last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you start rehearsals? What's the process like going into a show?
Right now, they literally are putting us in a show in a week.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 8-9 days.
So you do a week of working with who and how many people?
Mm-hmm. The music director, she Leslie.
Yeah, Leslie.
It's amazing. Coaches me on the music, and then David Bushman who is our dance captain, and he teaches me all the. It's just mainly both of them, and the stage manager who works with me on the scenes. Mm-hmm. And we do about 3 to 4 hours a day. So I did a Sunday. I started on a Sunday, and I was put in the show on a following Friday.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
Very, very quick. Very, very quick. And you have to do your homework when you go home, you know, and make sure that you have the notes and all that kind of good stuff.
Do you have a classic, like, William Ivy Long, sexy Chicago outfit?
Do I? Oh, for the audition?
Yeah, no, go to Hell Kitty. Like, what does
she has, I get to wear, like, jewels and then, like, the gloves that help
you. Pineapple money.
Hello.
Yeah.
And then, no, but I'm basically the one that, like, literally has, like, a bra on. And, like, I literally was like, oh, God, I'm coming back. And then I'm coming back with, like, bra and body.
You look fabulous.
No, it's fun. It's definitely fun, but it was a shock. It's a little bit of a shock. Dancer's life.
So you excited to be a bad girl Velma when that happened?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am. I think if and when that happens, I mean, it's a dream role. Come on, it's always been. You know, I mean, I went to AMDA, and then when I was 18 or 19 years old, when it had been out like 2 years, and so I went to see Chicago on Broadway when my dad came to visit, and I was like, oh my gosh. So the fact, like, almost 20 years later, I'm on that stage, feels really cool. I'm actually so proud and so grateful to be working and having a steady gig. It's a different feeling as you get older.
Yeah.
I don't know. And being removed from it, because I'm not the musical theater performer that just goes from show to show to show.
Right.
So I'm really just grateful for my job. That's a cool job.
So what would you say to people like just starting out who want to dance on Broadway and sing on Broadway? I don't know. You must have a lot of wisdom.
I do like to teach. Just train. I think hard work, train, go to school for musical theater. I don't care where you go. I mean, I think it's really cool to study in the city because you're right here. I mean, I was watching Bernadette Peters, you know, and Andy Get Your Gun on the balcony going, oh, how do I do that? You know, because and watch and research. Now we have YouTube. I mean, this is amazing. I didn't have this when I was in college. So, gosh, you get to watch these performers and study them. And it's a gypsy art form. So just study why people affect you. What is it about them that is so funny? And then work on your craft.
John, who's one of our regular viewers, just said, I love her. She was a standout on a chorus line. I remember watching every little step and seeing Chrissy's sweet reaction when she called her mom.
Yeah.
That was a documentary that was made all about you guys all auditioning for the roles. And
nobody has ever really done that before. It's called Every Little Step.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
And that what I would recommend, because honestly, New York is its own beast. It really is. It's the best of the best are here, and it's pretty exciting to be among them. And so I think you want to set the bar really high for yourselves, you guys, because when you start to be around these peers who are doing really good work, you just feel like you did something, you know, like that you're proud of. And yes, I called my mama, and that to me was the most amazing thing ever. And she's no longer around, which is sad. And it's okay. But you know, I'm so grateful for that documentary because I can hear my mom's voice.
Wow, what a great moment! I love that.
Yeah.
How can people watch that movie now? It's not. Where's it available? It's
I think it's on Amazon.
iTunes
iTunes. I think you can maybe do it on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Buy it if you have to.
Google or buy it.
Super good.
They've never done this before, you guys. They've never done video in your audition.
I know that. You guys all had to sign
waivers.
You had to.
And some people didn't because they didn't want, you know. So it's cool. It's really cool.
Wonderful. I'm so happy you're here.
Me too.
The minute I heard you were coming back to Broadway, I was like, get Chrissy in here. I want to see her.
Yay! I'm so glad.
Her.
Yeah, come see the show. I mean, it's still amazing to keep on bringing.
It's always amazing. That's like one of the best run shows on Broadway. I mean, really.
I can't get over it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I still, as I was watching it learning, I was like, I was like belly laughing still every show. It's good writing. It's good everything. Come on down.
That's right next door to Broadway.com.
Yeah, it is actually.
Right next door. Anyway, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you. Everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Bye.
Bye.